There's a Pornhub Rewind 2019.
Really? I'd like to see that.
What? 420 dislikes. It's got an 87%.
I kind of want to watch that.
It was better than the YouTube Rewind.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see that shit because I really just don't care.
Yeah.
The YouTube Rewind this year wasn't bad.
Apparently, apparently Lou was in 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah, he was in 2016's and 2014's, I think, or something.
He's pulling it up.
Let's see here. Oh, please, dear God.
So we watching this, but not my shit. Racist.
Well, we'll do that afterwards. This we're talking about right now.
This is...
Plus, I'm not like...
I don't like doing this.
I got a low.
Why are we watching this year's? Why are we watching this year's?
Why would we watch this year?
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point? Oh, you're just showing Trey
Because he hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, all right. Well, it's not like it's not the same as the other one. Like the other ones.
Nico's very disappointed in you right now.
I'm trying to figure. Listen, man, we have this big ass news bus. I got to decide what's best for everybody.
Yeah, work on it. You don't have to watch this.
Yeah, but there's all these distractions. I'm trying to figure out how to open this fucking document.
What's going on, guys? It is episode 11 of the Market Podcast. We're a big, happy family, as you can see. My name is Wesley, the one and the only, never leaving you, never forsaking you. I'm always here. What's happening?
What's happening?
That's what I said.
So you lying already. Can't trust him.
I'm Haig, and I'm a new proud owner of a copy of Pokemon Shield.
You're welcome.
He hasn't even played it yet, so he doesn't know how.
It's still in the plastic.
We'll never leave.
It's gonna stay in the plastic forever.
Yeah.
I'll find a way to get it out of the box without taking the plastic off. Just cut out the back.
That'd be fun.
Can we finish the intro?
What's happening? It's your boy, Young Fries, at the bottom of the bag. Trey.
Hey, man, can I have this?
Why would you want to be fries at the bottom of the bag? What's wrong with you?
Fries at the bottom of the bag hit different, bitch.
I get that.
What?
But you're all lonely, cold?
Cold?
Yes, cold.
How slow do you eat?
What do you mean?
Bro,
Trash.
if this was Five Guys, you got most of fries in the bag.
This is true. Are you Five Guys fries?
And that shit's hot.
I'm good fries at the bottom of the bag. There has never been a single fry at the bottom of the bag that's been trash.
He's Five Guys, guys.
That's cat, but sure.
And I'm Nico. Hello.
All right, so just in case any of you think that I'm wrong, hey Wesley, how do you eat muffins?
Oh no!
Chill out.
What?
It's not that serious.
No, what's the problem? How do you eat muffins, man? How do you consume muffins?
I used to consume muffins like that. It's fine.
No. You have to explain.
It doesn't even make any sense.
You're
It's
taking up
whatever.
time. You're taking up time, bitch.
I don't care.
You're taking up time, bitch.
It's whatever.
Explain.
Either way,
All right, fine.
fries at the bottom of the bag.
Don't worry, I'll do it. All right, so you have the muffin, right? You eat the muffin. Now,
I'm a victim.
few things that you can do with it. You can either eat the bottom, so you save the best for last, because everyone knows the top of the muffin is the best, or you just eat the top and then eat the
Not
bottom.
my fault.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Or you're like me and you eat both things at once.
This is true.
Also,
That's how I eat it.
fine. Wesley, at least used to.
It's not my fault.
He used to eat the bottom and then throw away the top.
That's not how it went.
Never ate the top. Didn't eat the top.
You're
never ate the top at all. That's exactly what you told me.
You didn't even tell it
exactly
right.
what you told me.
Lying. That's
Exactly
That's
what you told me.
I made fun of Wesley.
all right,
I'm gonna
made
clarify.
I made fun of Wesley for this for a while, but that's actually not right. What it is.
Explain.
What happened was my mother would always give me the bottom of the muffin from Dunkin' Donuts, and because she would eat the top and then give me the rest. And then I didn't know what they looked like, the blueberry muffins at Dunkin' Donuts, because they have like a frosted top, and I didn't know that. And one day she handed it to me, and I was just like, "What is this? Like, what kind of muffin is this?" And she was like, "It's blueberry." I was like, either way, I would always eat the bottom because she'd always eat the top. That's what's happening.
So when you got one, what happened?
I ate it. What? Move on.
You know how they say
Get
people
outta here.
smile and laugh when they lie? You heard it here first. I can't make you laugh.
I guess I'm the biggest capper around then.
I don't know what's
Was
going
that
on.
up for
bro.
debate?
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe.
I thought it was already assumed.
Bring us into the shop, man.
Next time on BMG, the ass story.
What?
I'll tell you.
Tell you the butt story one day.
Yeah, one day you'll
One
get the
day,
butt story.
young lads.
It's never gonna happen.
It'll happen someday.
Welcome to the Black Market. This is the Market Podcast.
Yeah, these people have been waiting outside for 4 minutes straight. We need to bring them in.
Yeah, a bit cold out there. A little bit chilly.
Snippy.
If you think 4 minutes is too long, clearly you've never waited for sneakers before.
That's the only thing you could think of.
Wow.
At
How
the
about
time,
like
yeah.
a fresh copy of Halo Reach back in 2010
I remember.
or something like that?
Nerds.
Hey, we were at the Pokemon Sun and Moon launch party at GameStop.
And that game was not worth it.
No, it wasn't.
Not at all.
That vlog's on YouTube.
But it was
Yes,
fun.
sir.
I don't think it's up.
No,
but
it's not.
You might have to put it back up.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things you can put it back up for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed the Game Awards last week and our podcast about said thing. Well, I guess, yeah, the podcast was last week. The Game Awards was the week prior. The year is winding down. Next week, we will be taking a break because me and Nico will not be here to do the podcast on Monday. So we will take a break for the holiday. Enjoy the Christmases, enjoy the New Year's, the Hanukkahs, the Kwanzas, whatever the hell you celebrate. Whatever you want to,
You know.
whatever you use this time of year to make yourself happy with.
Oh.
And beyond that, let's get into what games we've been playing, and mostly that just goes over to Nico.
Yes. I played. Now that I'm on winter break,
Oh boy, here
being
we
done with
go.
the college semester, I wanted to get through some games. And so one of the games I had on Steam that I had to get through was Outlast 2. Because I had played the first one a few years ago, I think on Xbox. Yeah, because I played it at Denzel's house.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
play it. Yeah, I remember
I don't remember that
Yeah.
at all.
that. I do.
I didn't play the.
I remember sitting there just playing Outlast by himself at the whole party.
I didn't. I didn't play the Whistleblower
No, I think I remember
DLC for the first game. Though that's not. There's not. It's like a prequel setup to the first game, so it's not necessary. But yeah, I played the second one over the past few days. Took me about 6.5 hours, and it was great. I really enjoyed it.
It's real good. Real scary though.
As I was saying to Wesley, I don't really get scared by it.
That's cat.
There's a few moments where it's like spooks me for like half a second.
He's
but
definitely shivering right now.
I can feel that.
I can feel
I
that.
love my phone went off after you.
But yeah, visually it's
mute this
great.
shit.
The sound design is fantastic. It's just all around a good game. Great hard game as well.
Yes.
So yeah, recommend that if you're interested in those kind of things. And since we're on the topic of Outlast, we talked about it a few podcasts ago. They're working on the co-op
The co-op one?
game.
Yeah, what was it
The
called?
co-opolis.
I don't-
Outlast. Trials.
Yes.
That's what it was.
There's that, but they also,
Outlast
I was reading on Wikipedia, apparently they have also announced that Outlast 3 is a thing.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
On the Wikipedia, it says that Outlast game's coming before Outlast 3, which we now know is Trials. So
Gotcha.
after Trials comes out, we'll get a third Outlast sometime in the future.
Alrighty, next gen. It's gonna be spicy.
It's gonna be too spooky for me.
It's already too spooky.
Oh, I ain't playing
Exactly.
shit.
First Outlast is already spooky enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeez.
Alrighty. So let's get into it.
Alright, so let's go window shopping, boys. And we're going to try to split this up like we did a couple weeks ago and have everybody take turns just kind of going at it about the different news. So we're going to start off with Trey here. What's the first thing on our window shopping journey today?
All right. First thing is that this happened shortly after we filmed our last podcast.
Two times ago.
Yes. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 times.
Because last week we didn't have time to talk about anything else.
So the co-owner of the Pokemon Company, being alongside Game Freak, you have Creatures Inc., is no longer listed on Game Freak's list of partners. On their website. Now this could just be an accident.
Yeah.
But it's been an accident unless something gets updated. It's been an accident for a while.
Yeah, I can double check that it's still not there, but I think it isn't.
All right, but so in case you don't know what their role was, which most people don't, but they are responsible for the 3D models in Pokemon Sword and Shield as well as X and Y and by extension Sun and Moon, and then before they developed some spin-off games like Pokemon Ranger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the last time they were recorded being on the website was a little over a month ago, November 18th. But obviously it's not there anymore. Now what this could, like I said, this could all be an accident.
Yeah, I'm like, you remember when Xbox One was removed from the Kingdom Hearts website by accident?
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, it's not coming to Xbox One anymore." They was like, "No, it's still there. It's just a mistake."
Yeah. But this could also mean that Pokemon is looking to hire another, company, business, whatever, to help them with the models or make a side game, which would be interesting to see what they would do with Pokemon, be it a side game or a 3D model.
Though it's kind of interesting that they're a co-owner, so like it's not like an employee you can just fire. It's like they have to like back out. You have to sell their shares, sort of thing.
So best of luck to them. Probably moving on to bigger and better things. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll find out if that ends up being anything or nothing.
Next.
Another big piece of news that happened a couple weeks ago now, but it's still pretty big, so we're going to cover it here, is that MLB announced on their PR Twitter feed that PlayStation exclusive series MLB The Show is no longer exclusive and will be coming to other platforms in 2021.
Good old Major League
starting
Biscuit.
in 2021.
Because that's what we wanted.
So this game is actually sells really well when it comes out. There are a lot of people who have PlayStations because they buy this game. Obviously, it's a sports baseball game, so we probably don't even hear about it much. But this is one of the things that a lot of people who like baseball do play this game. And this is really the only major baseball game out there. I think there's only one other baseball game that has the MLB license, and it's like more of like an indie game. So this is big that we're finally getting this on other platforms. It's basically confirmed that it's going to come to Xbox and Nintendo. Not sure about PC. They didn't say anything in particular. They said other platforms. It's like Sony was like, yeah, you can't say anybody's names. But so Sony San Diego, the developer,
I'm already not happy about it.
the first party developer under Sony that actually makes this game will still develop the game, and Sony will presumably still publish it. So this is like a bit of an interesting circumstance where a first party title is actually going outside of the ecosystem. But chances are this is not going to be the norm. This is going to stay this way because of the way that the deal is. The idea is probably that MLB probably came to them, was like, yo, time to renew the contract. We got to get this game to the people. or we're taking it away from you. That's probably what they said.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Because, why would they...
At this point.
Yeah, at this point, why would you keep it on only Sony? It's a baseball game. It's not like something, special that Sony does. It's like, hey, this is the MLB game.
That shit ain't hitting hard.
Exactly. They'd be like, hey, look, Sony.
It's like if 2K was exclusive to Xbox. It's like, why? Why would you do that?
It's like, for what?
We're just trying to secure this bag, you know what I'm saying? So, like...
Exactly.
Let me out.
they already make good money on it, but they're going to make more money now.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is good for Sony because they're going to make more money too. They're gonna make just what they made already,
more shmoola
with on top of it. So yeah, and again, that's coming starting 2021. So you won't see MLB The Show, I think 20 or 21, whatever. If they don't know if they do the year before or whatever, you won't see the one next year come to Xbox or Switch. Year after that. All right. Next major thing here is we have. Apparently EA Motive, which is a studio that's somewhat new at EA, is working on, quote, a very unique Star Wars experience. So the interesting thing about EA Motive is where the project from Visceral Games, which no longer exists, ended up. They kind of like moved everything there, but we know that the game wasn't really going to be worked on in the same way. It wasn't going to be stay the same game. And we still don't know what this means because it's not clear if the studio is still using material from the old game. But now we know for sure that they're working on a Star Wars game. and apparently it's something very unique. It says in an interview with GameIndustry.biz, Patrick Claus, who is the... What is this? What does it say Ubisoft? What the hell?
Gee.
Who is
This
this?
is EA. Why is Ubisoft?
Oh,
here?
I think he left. Oh no, he used to be at Ubisoft. Yeah, he's at EA. So he said in an interview, he said EA Motive is working on a very unique Star Wars experience as well as developing its own IP. It says that they said that they previously said they were planning on using a lot of the material produced in the Visceral Games Star Wars title, with an added pivot to more player agency. There was more in here, I thought, about this article. He says the studio's identity is being built right now, and we're doing a lot of work internally in order to identify our DNA, who we are, and what we do. And we're in the process of communicating that internally and making sure the teams buy into it, and that they're fully committed to where we're going, and they understand why. And then I think the identity externally gets proven when we release games, when we release successful games. Okay, so we don't really have much information about this, but it's interesting. They say very unique. It doesn't. I mean, you think very unique. We've already gotten Star Wars VR games, so that's not really in there still.
Don't most of them suck, or like all of them suck?
I don't think so. There was a Darth Vader one that I heard was pretty good.
Yeah, there's a VR game. There's a Vader VR.
Oh
game.
no, I'm thinking of the one for Kinect. Never mind.
Oh God. I mean, what could they be doing that's very unique? I don't know.
See, whenever someone uses words like unique and different, it worries me because I'm like, that doesn't mean good.
Doesn't.
It just means this game's different. Mm-hmm. Which I'm like...
Which could be a very good thing or a very bad thing.
Bomberman, I think it was like Bomberman 0. That game was different.
Mm-hmm.
It sucked. Terrible. Trash.
Like, the only thing I can think of is, like... Because, like, when I hear different, I automatically think VR, but, like, it doesn't have to be VR. So,
But
like,
Nintendo's also different.
It's not VR.
Yeah, so, like,
It's not like a live service game, right? Because we already have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Or is it the Old Republic? One of the two.
Knights of the Old Republic.
One of them's the MMO game, and the other one's the game for the original Xbox.
One Republic.
And then maybe augmented reality something. But I feel like EA wouldn't
That'd
do
be
that.
whack, though.
I think EA wouldn't do that.
I don't think EA would do that.
There really isn't like too much of a market for augmented reality games like that really yet. I don't
That's
think.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's risky to go there. You
I
might
guess
as
we'll
well
have to
just
wait
do
and find
VR.
out.
Side note, I think with VR, companies are trying to do what Nintendo did with 3D with Mario 64, because Mario 64 came out and it was the first, or at least one of the first, like 3D games. Truly 3D games, and people were like, "This thing is new and it's awesome," and now Mario 64 is a legend. So
The
I think
Xbox turned on, by the way.
I think at least partially
Nico's Xbox.
It's all right.
I think at least partially people are trying to do
don't
that
know.
with VR and AR. Mm-hmm. But at least that's what it feels
Yeah,
like.
they're trying to find the
partially.
killer app. That's what they've been doing.
Yeah, they're trying to
and there are
find
some great games for VR that are out now, but nothing's crazy yet. We haven't gotten the Sword Art Online of VR yet, We haven't gotten the crazy game that everyone's talking about and that everyone's trying to get their hands on a VR unit to play. There's some cool things out there. Boneworks just came out, which we were talking about. Half-Life Alyx is coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people are expecting that game to
That
make
could
the VR
be.
market blow
That
up
could
a
be.
bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. I think it's also expectation where with 3D, I don't think anyone really had any expectations. They were like, "What? I don't understand how you would play the game."
Yeah, because we didn't know yet.
Whereas now, when people think like VR and AR, at least when it was like newer than it is now, people automatically thought Sword Art Online or anything of that.
They jump all the way to
that
the
ilk.
nerve gear
And
level
it's-
of things, but we're
and
not
it's-
anywhere near
And
there
it's
yet.
like, you guys are on level 100, and right now we are just accessing like level 6.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're getting there, but we're not anywhere close yet. All right, we'll have to see what the studio does. They haven't released anything yet, but it sounds like they're working on a Star Wars game and a new IP, and hopefully using stuff from the Visceral Games game.
Force Awakens 3.
Rest in peace on that game.
Please.
Sorry, not Force Awakens. Force Unleashed.
They won't do it.
I got what you're saying.
Or they won't have that because the Force Unleashed games aren't even canon anymore.
Yeah.
Did we can before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Star.
Well, yeah. Back when after back when the last thing that we saw Star Wars was like was the third movie, like Episode 3, and then you had all these books and you had the games and they were all canon because they were all the expanded universe. But once Disney took over and restarted with the 7th movie, they got rid of a lot of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
they were like, nah, fuck all that. Fuck
Because
you,
they have
Disney.
to, because like if they unless they want to be constrained by everything that's already been created out there, they have to start from ground zero. So I understood that as frustrating as it was, but it is sucked to not have those.
It is very suck.
I mean, you see some things that are like, you see some references here and there, like the name of the main character is Starkiller in Force Unleashed, and that's the name of the base that you see in Episode 7.
Yeah.
The
Starkiller
whole
base.
planet.
Yeah.
The new Death Star, as it may be. So yeah.
Spoiler. Sorry.
All right. Well, if you haven't seen the movie that came out 4 years ago,
If
if you care about Star Wars, you've seen it.
Yeah.
So this is another weird thing, which is it's cool but weird. So PlayStation is releasing a new attachment for the DualShock 4 that effectively adds 2 buttons to the back of the controller.
I saw this. I don't know what it does at all.
They are customizable to your desire. So it's called the DualShock 4 back button attachment. They couldn't come up with a better name than that.
It looks like
It's just right on the nose.
it looks like your PS4 controller is pregnant.
This is true.
Cheat.
So
So they're just-
it's coming out January 23rd for $30.
So they're just programmable buttons?
So it's 2 programmable buttons that comes with it says they're very tactile. That's what I remember reading here. The middle, there's a little OLED screen that's apparently they mentioned that it's high fidelity. I don't know why.
For
but
what?
it's mainly to show you what the buttons currently do. So you can kind of like look at the back of the controller. Like if you hand your friend the controller and be like, here's the controller, and then you then look at the back and like, oh, that's what those buttons do right now.
Okay.
I think that's what it's for.
Sure.
And then also the screen acts as a button that you can press to switch between multiple profiles.
Cool.
So my thing is like accidental button presses. Would that be a problem?
With what? The new buttons or the middle button?
No, with the
me
middle
see,
button. Yeah,
I'm playing Call
the
of Duty.
screen.
I don't think
there-
so. I imagine
I don't
they would
think your
work that in
fingers
there.
get there really.
Yeah.
I'm playing Call of Duty. All of a sudden, I switched to Kenyatta's
And when
profile.
I mean, you haven't used a DualShock 4 very much, but from my experience using a DualShock 4, your fingers don't really go to the middle of the back of the controller at all.
Yeah, like you would have to like be
Yeah,
doing
you'd have to like.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to reach over there, which is you're gonna want to intently do that.
I've seen
usually.
some people that hold the controller. They hold the controller like this way.
PS4 controller real quick.
on your left over there, the blue one on the side of the thing.
You guys keep talking. I just wanted to.
Yeah. So
Ew.
this is how they describe it. They say, today we're excited to introduce the DualShock 4 back button attachment to gamers of all skill levels who enjoy playing competitively. This new attachment elevates your game by delivering more versatility and performance while maintaining the comfort and feel of the DualShock 4 wireless controller you've come to love.
Yeah.
Its sleek
Like-
design with 2 programmable and highly tactile back buttons allows you to utilize
back
more of
buttons
your
would be
hand
here.
to shorten your response time and gives you more flexibility in competitive gameplay. Yeah, it says responsive. It says responsive back buttons. I don't know why they use that word there because
Oh no, I would definitely be clicking these buttons.
Yeah, see. what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying is-
because like the buttons would be like right here, and I hold the controller.
oh
like
yeah,
this.
no, I wasn't. We were talking about the middle button though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
No,
saying.
middle button's good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the back buttons you're gonna have to get used to that.
I'm gonna intentionally
well-
not because then I would have to hold it like
That's
this.
it's the
Well,
same. It's the same
two-
deal with the link controller.
2 things. 1, if you're not using them, just take it off. And 2, or it might just not be programmed at the time. So
It might just not do anything. Yeah,
if you have it on the
If you
controller,
have it sit that way.
yeah, assuming
I don't know.
that's,
Like
that's
I'm
possible.
saying- I just feel like
I'm just
because
not
these
gonna
buttons
use
are like right here basically,
Yeah.
and then the OLED screen is like right there, and I feel like I don't
It's-
know. You move your finger over just too far.
Well,
or
I
something.
think your middle fingers would just sit on it. And so it comes down to you just gripping the controller more to push them.
Well, that's, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
and they're
certainly- it's certainly something.
It says
you'd have
they're
to get
very
used to.
tactile. I'm assuming they're not going to be very easy to hit by accident. Like, it's not going to be a very simple click. So it says the two back buttons can map up to 16 different actions, such as triangle, circle, R1, R2, to name a few, and provide amazing tactile feedback so you can jump and slide without missing a beat. The attachment also features an integrated OLED display that provides real-time information around button assignments. Then it says it's highly configurable, so you can remap the buttons on the fly, so you're prepared to, no matter what game you're playing. You can save and choose up to 3 different profiles for use in various games, and there's also a headset pass-through on the bottom, which is
naturally,
good. Yeah. This product is tested and approved for all of your PlayStation 4 and PSVR titles, and is built with the ergonomics of the DualShock 4 in mind. So there are a number of pictures here. It's $30 US. I mean, it functions similar to the way that paddles on the back of the Xbox Elite controller and other Elite controllers out there do.
Yeah.
Those are easier to hit, I'd imagine. Those are pretty easy to click by accident, but you got to get used to it. It's a matter of getting used to it. So the interesting thing is, or my 2 questions here is, why is this coming out this late in the generation?
I was about to ask that.
What, Nico?
In addition to that, and also what you just previously said about it being created in mind for the PS4's ergonomics, this releasing at this time in the console cycle with the PS5 on the horizon, is this attachment going to properly work on the PS5 controller?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
if
what I
it
was
doesn't,
wondering
that's
yesterday.
just going to be ridiculous.
I feel like it would.
It's got
It does say DualShock 4 on the,
Yeah,
in the
it
thing,
has
but that just might be so you don't confuse it working with like the DualShock 3, or something like that, something weird like that. You'd hope it would. If I'm gonna spend $30 to get these 2 extra buttons on my controller, I would hope it would work on the controller. I mean, actually, let's put it this way: you can probably use. We don't know this for sure yet. I don't think we do. But chances are you'll be able to use DualShock 4s on the PS5.
That's also true.
So you wouldn't have that issue anyway if you already had this.
This is
Yeah.
true, yeah.
But if you wanted to use the new controller with these buttons, then it might be an issue if it's not
Though
compatible.
I guess that's the good thing. It says DualShock 4, so you wouldn't get confused. If you already had one, you'd be able to use your DualShock 4 on the PS5 anyway. So I don't think it's probably not going to be an issue. But yeah, the question is why is it coming out so late in the development cycle? This should have been out maybe in year 2, year 3. Xbox hasn't really released a peripheral for their controllers in like at least 3 years. I think the last thing they came out with was they reintroduced the chat pad.
Yeah, the chat pad, yeah.
And that was years ago.
Something else about these buttons. I actually didn't notice it, but I kind of have them on my controller now.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
that one.
switched then.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I consistently
Yeah.
press these bitches.
So we'll have to see. So it's funny, they advertise it for
just
competitiveness,
be me.
but a lot of people were like, I'm gonna assume this is gonna be more useful for accessibility. People who have trouble with like cerebral palsy or something like that, where they need to have more options to hold the controller in a way that's more comfortable for them and have access to buttons still.
Sure.
That's probably gonna be helpful for them. It's no Xbox adaptive controller,
That's for sure.
which you can also use on the PS4 if you get the adapter. I'm pretty sure, but like a Brook adapter like I use, I'm sure you can do it. But yeah, that's a thing. If you're interested in it, it's coming out in January 23rd again. So it's $30,
Alrighty.
which is about half the price of a controller, or about 3/4 actually if you buy it on sale. All right, moving on. We got one more thing in our window shopping section. It's kind of short today. A lot of it's news blast today. So Trey, carry away.
Yes, we indeedly do. So, I don't know if y'all or the audience remembers, but Capcom.
Oh, my apologies.
You're good.
It's my 420
You
alarm.
better be apologizing.
Stupid.
That's
But,
420, just in case you didn't know.
That's what you interrupted us for?
Huh?
She was like, I'm sorry, it was my 420 alarm. I hate
Sorry,
you.
Trey.
Continue, Trey.
So y'all might remember, but Capcom said that they wanted to like revive their old franchises.
Mm-hmm. I think we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, they've like we know they have trademarks for the following franchises, right?
Yeah, they recently filed these.
And I'm gonna just like breeze through these real quick. So maybe
I think in
pause the
Japan
video.
specifically.
So maybe pause the video if maybe you didn't hear something, you deaf whore.
Wow.
So there's Dino Crisis, Dark Stalkers, The game where Morgan and Felicia come from. If you ever played Marvel vs.
Oh
Capcom
yeah,
3.
I always forget about that.
Yeah.
I always think they're from like World of Warcraft or something
Gee.
when I see them like randomly.
Hey, Morgan. Power Stone, Bionic Commando. Also for Marvel vs. Capcom 3, that was Spencer, Bionic Commando.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mega Man Legends, Cyberbots, Puzzle Fighter, which was actually a game that I feel is slept on because Puzzle Fighter is pretty good. Breath of Fire, also good. Ghosts and Goblins, notoriously hard game for the SNES, I think. That was
I believe so, yeah.
Arthur, also in Marvel vs. Capcom
Which
3.
I have on my SNES Classic.
It's
Good for you.
rage-inducing. Rival Schools, Strider. Obviously, Strider Hiryu.
Yep.
Strider.
Samurai Sword, Power Gear, Pro Gear, Last Duel, Captain Commando. Captain Commando. Vulgus, Black Tiger, and more. Not Life of Black Tiger.
I was just,
Black
Yeah,
Tiger.
I thought the same thing. I can't see the word Black Tiger and I would not think of that. Dear God. Yeah, there's more, but I couldn't figure it out. There like when I clicked on the link that it gave, there was like it's in Japan, so there's like a Japanese news website that had these listed as trademarks or something, and that was too much for me to like. It would translate the text, but it wouldn't translate the pictures of where it actually said the name. Some of them are probably Japanese exclusive games anyway.
Most of it was in katakana, so you could read it,
Yeah.
and figure it out, but too much work.
Oh well.
So there's a lot of games that might come back. Because we know that they're trying to revive new games, like Trey said, old games that they said, and they've remade, Resident Evil 2 and now Resident Evil 3. They're making Resident Evil Resistance, the multiplayer mode, and then also they've done a bunch of legacy collections with a bunch of Mega Man games. They did 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10, and then they've made Mega Man 11. They've done Mega Man X collections as well. They've done a bunch of things. Capcom's in a resurgence right now. They've been doing really well these last few years. So, we'll see what happens.
Closing thoughts. Dark Stalkers.
First.
I'm down.
What
kind of game is it?
Fighting game. Pretty much fighting game with a whole bunch of like classic movie monsters like like the Mummy, Frankenstein,
Yeah.
Wolfman, all that crap.
I think
Next
it's-
Dracula.
gen
Frankenstein's
Morganis.
monster.
I think it's likely you
The
see
creases in
Dino
her ass will
Crisis.
be in higher quality
I
than
didn't
ever.
ask for all that.
I think you'll have Dino.
I did.
I think you'll see Dino Crisis again. That's a pretty big one. I think that's one of the names I keep hearing when I hear about this stuff. That's probably gonna get a remake. Something that's gonna get like a Resident Evil style remake. I feel like.
Please.
I'm looking forward to it because these games that are old, like Resident Evil 2 and 3, like the remakes just breathe so much life into them again.
Yeah, man.
And then, like you don't really I haven't played those games, but now I have a perfect opportunity to experience them in a new upgraded format.
Imagine our
Of
kids.
today's standards.
Whenever we have kids, our kids are gonna look back on these games and be like, "These games look like shit."
You watch your mouth.
Oh, it's a wrap on sight. Second they say that, it's done. Be like, "Get out of my house." Anyway. Trash can
Exactly.
or garbage disposal.
Okay, I didn't say that.
I said that.
So that's it for our window shopping today. And for our trailer section, I decided to throw this one thing in there. So we got more PT stuff. This game is
There's just-
stupid.
What was it, like 6 years at this point?
So it's been about 5 or 6 years.
And people are still finding things in this game.
It's basically apparent.
Demo.
It's apparent at this point that this game was in development, and this demo was just a slice of it. Like, the demo was made in the actual game and then just given to us.
Yeah.
Because
Almost 6 years.
All this is still here. Yeah, it's almost no. It has been 6 years, isn't it?
No.
No, because 2019.
5
Oh.
5 years.
Oh, because
4 months.
I keep thinking
No.
that I keep
Yes.
thinking it's gonna be 7. Like it's been 7 or something because I keep thinking that the generation is gonna end at 7, which it will. But I keep forgetting that it's not there yet.
This man's already done with
I'm
2019.
true.
already on to the next gen release, in my mind. Yeah, no, so it's been about 5 years.
But like this tells me that this game would have been probably like a legend in the gaming
Oh, this
community.
game would have been out by now.
And
We would-
Konami-
we would have played it. We would have loved it.
And Konami was just like, nah, we don't like happiness.
It's upsetting. All right.
So, this modder has escaped the hallways of PT and was able to get out onto the streets of Silent Hill. So I wanted to just scrub through this video real quickly. I don't know how we're going to show this to the audience.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because I just realized it's... pause it real quick. It's like 11
Yeah.
minutes, and we're going to, like, skip through it. Oh, boy.
We can link to it in the description if we want. Or
Yeah.
All right,
We'll check it
We'll just
out.
link to it. You guys are going to have to check it out yourselves.
the video
I'm
is
so sorry.
called PT Unseen Content, Silent Hill, Full Map Explored, Town and Streets Area.
That'll be in the description below.
Yeah,
If we remember to do it.
probably not. We'll see.
Set a reminder.
That's what we said.
This is our whole channel on the line.
This part, I think this part is the end of PT.
Yeah.
This is what you see when you finally escape the demo, like you're supposed to. And then then he's like, this guy like.
Dude, this is 6 years. This
finds
game
a way-
still looks like insanely good.
Yeah, I
The
know.
lighting is very good.
Yeah, it has very good dynamic
The
lighting.
edges of some.
Oh
of
man,
some
could you imagine this shit with
objects
ray
are a bit
tracing?
weird.
Stop.
It's gonna
What'd you
hurt my soul. So could you imagine if you could do shit with ray tracing?
No, don't. I don't want that.
Troy, do you know what ray tracing is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That means no.
Or I should say dynamic ray tracing, because ray tracing it's by itself. So yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. She attacks him multiple times while he's trying to figure out how to get out of this. So yeah, you get out on the streets in a second.
Can you?
Skip forward again. So he's out on the streets now.
He was just
He
standing
was
there.
able to get out there and actually check it out.
He's just standing there, menacingly. Blood.
Like this part of the game is rendered in walkable if you figure out how to get out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We covered last time that the last thing that they found was that the doll monster thing is always
Lisa?
behind you. Yeah, Lisa.
What's her
She's
name?
always behind
She's
you.
always behind you. Yeah.
She's always behind your character model.
She's basically just on your back.
Yeah.
And then just shows up when... Yeah, obviously, look at it. These things are not rendered very well because they're not done. Some of these cars.
I mean, even for a render that's not supposed to be
Yeah,
done,
exactly. I was about
that
to
truck
say.
right there doesn't look too bad.
Like, it looked like 360. Like, it looked like Xbox 360, like, graphics.
Yeah. And, I mean, obviously it's supposed to be like, a lot of this stuff isn't done, because why would it?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, objects in areas that the player isn't supposed to see, or like that they're just not going to see, aren't done in detail because why bother?
This is
why
one
waste
of
the
the most
time?
tragic cancellations of the game,
I know.
swear.
Honestly.
This game would have been great, and there's no reason why it should have been canceled. Like, more than any other game I think I can think of.
I think we'll see it eventually.
Even more
I
than,
think
like, Scale
Kojima
Down,
really
in
wants
my
to work
opinion.
on it.
Yeah.
What does Kojima said he wanted to work on next?
I'm sure he's gonna do more things in the Strand genre.
He said
games, and then he also said he wants to make
horror.
movies. Horror.
That's true.
Horror is another thing we talked about on podcasts. Yeah, that he was interested in doing. These buildings are kind of like out in the open by themselves.
Remember,
There's water in the, there's some
quote
in
by
the distance.
Kojima, if I can do one thing, I can do everything.
Apparently.
Oh, jeez.
It's a famous quote.
I mean, hey,
It's very
he's gonna have to
insightful.
prove it, and I think he's gonna prove it. So,
It's inspiring. It's all true.
so somebody asked this guy. He said, "How many jump scares did Lisa get you with in the making of this video?" And he said, "She does the jump scare anytime you mess with the player location without applying a special fix to make the game think you're still on the ground. It's hard to predict, and I screamed multiple times while getting a few of the overhead camera shots for the video." So
That's funny.
yeah, they said to tackle the issue, he made the player float a small distance above the ground at all times. Lets them explore. There's a massive amount of detail. There's blood trails. There's a lot going on here. Look at all this.
Yeah.
The game was in production. Like, this is part of the game that never got finished.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, this is like some of the overhead shots I think he's talking about. Alright, I think that's it.
Bow. I'm waiting for it. Something's gonna happen.
It happened upstairs, that's what happened.
I know.
Alright.
Maybe not.
Now we have some entertainment and tech news today, which we don't have very often.
Whoa.
Because, I mean, I can find things to talk about tech related in here, but I'm trying to keep it somewhat games related, somewhat pop culture related.
Tame.
You know?
You know what's something we haven't been doing at all that we said we would?
What?
Memes.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did
that's
some
Ain't
unfortunate.
no memes in here.
We could do some memes.
I hear you.
We could do some
We
memes.
we had a meme last time. We had the SpongeBob Tower Xbox meme.
Oh sure, yeah.
You got to do a
We
meme
had a
of the
few
week.
memes.
That's what we got to do.
That's true.
All right.
So just
We'll end off
you
with-
come up with something.
We'll
We'll
we'll always end off with the meme of the week.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. After the news blast, meme of the week.
Give the people what they want at the
All
end.
right,
so that
today
they
we
stay
have
whole.
Yes,
one
sir.
large chunk of
That's 'cause that's
tech
all they
news, which is
That's all
one
they're here for.
story,
Yep.
and that is that the computer part and peripheral manufacturer Corsair has acquired the custom controller manufacturer Scuff Gaming.
Yes.
So, Corsair, in case you didn't know, big company. They make a lot of different things for computers. You know, memory, power supply, storage. They also make a lot of keyboards, mice. They make cases.
They make a couple dollars.
And they've been expanding to make literally almost everything at this point. They have gaming chairs even. They have... Didn't they have their own... No, that's Razer. Razer has their own energy drink. They have like all these different things. And then in the last few years, they've also bought Elgato, which is famously known for their capture cards and streaming accessories. And then they've also bought Origin PC, which is known for their high-quality pre-built gaming PCs and laptops, of which Corsair also makes their own pre-built PCs called Corsair One. So they're almost everywhere now because now they have controllers. I think the only thing they're missing left, which NZXT has done, is make motherboards.
Yeah.
I don't know, or and graphics cards. I don't know if we'll ever see that happen because that's very complicated.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ballpark there.
Yeah, I mean NZXT didn't like do a great job for the first run. Like they did fine, but like, yeah. So we'll see. But so this is Corsair's statement on the matter. It says we are thrilled to greatly expand our portfolio of industry-leading peripherals and enter the gaming controller space to help gamers play at their best, said Andy Paul, founder and CEO of Corsair. Scuff leads the market for performance controllers and are a key ingredient to the success of countless esports professionals. Scuff will make an excellent and winning addition to the vast lineup of award-winning Corsair and Elgato products. And then Scuff's statement reads, over the last 10 years, we've worked tirelessly to create the features that have made Scuff the preferred controller for the majority of top professional gamers. Controllers are the single most important connection between an individual and their game, becoming an extension of the player to maximize their performance, said Duncan Ironmonger. That's an awesome last name. That's an awesome last name.
That is a name.
Founder and CEO of Scuff Gaming. We are delighted to join forces with Corsair, who share similar DNA to Scuff with regards to innovation and design in the gaming market. Corsair has the operational scale and network to help us bring our innovation to even more gamers. Also, Scuff, they make controllers. They make like elite controllers. Darius has one for the PS4 from them that are like also wireless, which there's only a few other companies that do that well. I think Razer makes them. A few other companies do that. So now Corsair has that under their hood. Scuff Gaming will remain a separate brand within the Corsair family and will continue to operate from its HQ in Atlanta, as well as regional offices. All existing Scuff Gaming warranties, purchases, and support are unaffected and will continue to be provided by Scuff Gaming. So that's just under the umbrella.
Yeah.
Same goes for I think Elgato and Origin. They're all kind of the same thing. A part of the bigger picture, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that's the tech news this week.
Alrighty.
Look forward to see what that does.
Shit.
So moving on to the what?
I'm just looking at our document here. We can be done within an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
This is gonna be a short podcast actually.
We have a lot of news blasts.
Maybe
though.
we can do some memes
We'll
at
see.
the end.
Maybe.
Well, it's the news blast. You're not
We
really
got about
saying-
45 minutes left in our timer here. So
Anyway, to get right into the entertainment news,
we got some
first
sad
up,
news.
yeah, some real
Let me get
sad
some- let me get
news.
my water.
Prepare your tissues, your pillow to cry on, your blankies to snuggle up on, because this is sad.
It's not that sad. It's still sad.
It's pretty sad.
It's
You're making it
pretty
sound like-
sad, but it's you're not gonna cry
Something
about it.
died.
Yeah, no one died. Please no.
The animation studio that was responsible for Sonic the Hedgehog's movie redesign has been closed.
What?
See, sad.
Yeah.
Called Moving Picture Company, based in Vancouver, Canada. They also worked on Academy Award-winning effects and animation of Life of Pi. I don't know what that is.
It's a very highly regarded movie that came out a few years
Is it
ago.
the one with the Dude and the tiger on a book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right, I remember
2012
that,
actually, not a few years ago. It's
Yeah,
older than
I
that.
remember that. There was a
Yeah, that movie's supposed to be pretty good.
there was a Dolby Atmos experience or something like that with that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Anyway, the reason for the closure is cited as increased internal market pressures.
Increasing internal.
Increasing internal market.
So
External.
external, yeah.
Oh, external. Oops, I fucked that all up.
So, yeah, the guys who just did a good job redesigning Sonic's look for us in the movie just got closed down.
It's very unfortunate.
So hopefully, good luck to everybody over there
Hopefully
who
you
just lost
had
their
your tissues.
jobs. Hopefully they got some sort of severance or something,
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. You guys did a good job on the Sonic stuff. Well, as far as we can see. That's a shame.
So yeah, moving on. Next thing here, which is also the last thing. Jack Black plans to retire. This is more sad news. From acting after his next movie, citing spending more time with his wife and 2 sons. He isn't. I don't know why.
You can do it. Sound it out.
He's not concrete on retiring yet, but
yeah.
he makes it
I don't know
seem
why I
like that's
blanked on
the
that word.
idea of what he's thinking about right now.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Is what he's-
Oh yeah, you wrote this. Oh,
It's
this
what
is
he
this
says.
is the
It's
quote.
his quote.
My bad. Yeah. So yeah, this is quote. We'll see. I'm not a big 5-year plan kind of guy. I don't really look down the road. I kind of take it day by day. So
Yeah. I was saying this man is 50 years old now.
This is
So
true.
yeah, so he ain't a young lad no more, but so he might retire from acting. Jack
It's
Black's the
sad.
kind of guy who would like retire and then come back later.
Do we know
For something. yeah.
what's his last movie? Because I know he's just in
We can look at he's in
Jumanji.
the other Jumanji movie, the second one
the
of
second one, yeah.
the second one of the new series.
My dad went to go
What's,
see it. I decided not to. I'll just wait for it to come out on like Netflix or something.
I haven't seen the
wherever.
first one, otherwise maybe I would have.
I heard it was good.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
first
Let
one
me
was
look up
good.
Jack Black right now and see if it says anything on his IMDb about if he's been in anything recently.
If you ask me,
It looks like Jumanji is the most recent thing.
he's just retiring to do YouTube full time. Because he posts a
That's
video every
true.
Friday,
I
and
was about to say,
it's
that's what
like
it sounds like.
it's like no more than like 10 minutes
Hey
long.
man, I can't even
and he
argue
wants
with that.
to
That
like
sounds fun.
get everything going there.
Because then he gets to be at home with his family while also doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
So yeah, that's gonna be it for entertainment news. And we can
payload.
move into we don't have a
The payload is empty.
Yeah.
News blast.
Move right into the news.
All right.
Let me figure out my meme shit. while
Trey,
you guys
jump
are
right
going
into
through.
it. Let's get in here with the news blast.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right. So with this, it's about this new Bioshock game. You know what I'm saying? Game that I'm.
Nah, I don't know what you're saying. Tell me about it.
All right, you're right. You're right. None of you know what I'm talking about. What Bioshock game? None of you have played Bioshock. I'm the only one who's played Bioshock, so I know what I'm saying.
That's what you're here for, man.
Know what I'm saying? No, you don't. It was a trick question. Thank you, Wesley.
You're
You've
welcome.
passed. All of you fail. The rest of you fail.
I just had to make sure.
So, all right, according to our sources at Kotaku, not our personal sources, but the people's sources. You know what I'm saying? My boy Jason Schreier. Apparently, the Bioshock game has actually been in the works for years. So,
Yeah.
not to say it's almost done. We actually don't know how far along it is, but we know it's not at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So boys have had it in the oven for a while, man.
Exactly, it's been baking. Most people don't know how long that particular dish takes to bake.
That's true.
So,
They've never been in this kind of kitchen before.
They've also dumped it in the trash and restarted it again.
exactly.
You have to do that sometimes.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Sometimes you gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? As long as it comes out tasty and
Sometimes
moist.
you end up on the chopping block and you gotta just
You
in the-
just gotta
in the
restart. Press the
garbage.
restart button. Except
So-
except on old consoles, because that doesn't save the game. I found out the hard way. Anyway,
It's a good thing I ate because I'd be real hungry right now.
exactly. So the game's been in development since 2015. Although, like as we just said, it's been thrown in the trash and then restarted again. The new game is coded Parkside, and originally began development at Certain Affinity, which has been known for helping out with big shooters like Halo and Call of Duty.
Oh, really?
Certain Affinity, I believe, is the studio that worked on Halo Wars 2, if I recall.
Oh,
They did-
now I'm less excited.
And they did the cutscenes for Halo or from Halo Anniversary 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, they're really good at that.
Okay.
Good looking shit right there. So that's a thing.
All right, and then let's see. As this last point, as a part of this topic, we don't know why it was canceled / rebooted, but by 2017, the game was moved in house at 2K's corporate offices in California, and was in production until the forming and announcement of the new studio, Cloud Chamber.
Yep.
And we talked about that.
Now it's in
which we
full
talked about.
swing,
Couple,
and it's
weeks
coming, and we don't know how well it says pre-production, so it's like, how far along actually is it now? They at least have an idea, so the game maybe will be out in like 2 years instead of 3. We'll see.
Which means next gen, boys.
It's true. Well, that much was hopeful. That much was what we were hoping for anyway.
Yeah, I kind of knew it. It was just like, now I have confirmation, so now I'm now I'm confident in it. All right, next thing, be even quicker than the last one. So Final Fantasy VII Remake will only be a timed exclusive, so it is coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
And we would assume, it's basically gonna come out on. It's all but confirmed that it's gonna come out on the Xbox Series X.
Of course, yeah. We
Have
know.
to.
Well, it says so. It's coming out on March, or the exclusivity period ends on March 3rd, 2021.
Yeah, that's when the real game comes up, right?
Series X will be out by then. Wow.
Oh, you poor boy. You poor deprived boy.
Might also come out on PC too. So
You poor deprived boy. Of which, we'll see how well it sells on the Xbox.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully
think
it
there's been
sells
some
well.
more hype built on these kinds of things, especially Final Fantasy VII Remake. People have been seeing this game. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Like this game looking better than 15 from a visual perspective. Like,
As it should.
yeah, and then I'm ready.
Put me in.
Give it to me, Nomura-san.
Yeah, but I already got
That doesn't sound
PlayStation,
good.
so I'm already strapped. I'm already good to go. Y'all gotta buy your guns. You gotta buy your bulletproof vest. So go on to the store, young one.
I'm always bulletproof.
No, you're not.
Keep going.
Judging from how you read that one topic, you ain't bulletproof.
On to the next thing. So Valve confirms that there is no current plans for Half-Life Alyx to make its way to PSVR, but is not ruling out that option. They
Okay.
said in a quote, "We assume that lots of Sony customers would love to experience this new chapter of Half-Life." So they know that there's a desire there, but
Yeah.
the PSVR is not on the top priority of options right now. So they're going to work on getting it out on PC and making it work over there. But the PSVR it'll probably eventually come there as well. I imagine it's able to run it. I would assume so. It's pretty. I mean, you have you have two SKUs of the PS4 for it to run on. And by the time that comes out, probably PS5 too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then as well, on top of this, unrelated, Fortnite now has 2-player split screen on Xbox One and PS4 for both duos and squad mode of Battle Royale. So if you got your friends over and you want to play Fortnite with them on the couch, you can do that now.
Or if your children play and they are yelling at each other because they don't want to take turns, they can just play at the same time on the same console.
It's actually probably a good thing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's weird that it took, I guess, now to come out, but cool.
Better sooner rather than later, I guess.
Yeah. All right, Joe. What's this one? What's this next one? This is looking exciting.
All right. So, Square Enix trade... Sorry. Oh, God. Phone was doing a weird thing. Square Enix has trademarked Nier in Japan. Not Nier Automata, but Nier.
Nier by itself.
Nier obviously being the game before this, which is not as popular as Automata.
I
but
tried to play that game.
You're not thinking of the same game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I discovered there are more Nier games that you and I didn't know about.
Well, I knew that there was more. They're just called something different, right?
No, that's the funny thing.
Oh, then no. That's
Keep
not
going.
what I was talking about. then.
We'll see in a second.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, so there's a trademark in Japan, and it's hinting towards a remaster or a remake, or maybe even just a re-release. Please just be a remake.
Remake would be awesome.
Yes, sir.
of one of the original Nier games, Nier Gestalt or Nier Replicant, the latter of which has never been released outside of Japan.
Yeah. So what you're thinking of is, wasn't that game called Drakengard or something like that?
Something.
It was something in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Nier.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
it's
that's
in
what
the
it
Nier
is. Drakengard, yeah.
universe, but that's not even a Nier game. There are actually two other ones that you and I didn't even know about.
Oh, I didn't.
Because remember, we were trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I remember we were looking for we were like, there's got to be more than Automata, and we looked, and all we found was Drakengard, and we never found. I never heard about Gestalt. I mean, I'm not surprised about not hearing about Replicant, because Replicant was only in Japan.
Japan's.
But like, how did I not hear? How did I not know about these before? It's strange.
Yeah, see, that's the one I played.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's what it is.
Oh, so I played Replicant. Wait.
That is Gestalt. Okay.
Oh, okay, so then, yeah.
Oh,
I
never
played.
mind.
Yeah, the alternate. the
then
alternate
what am I
one.
thinking of Drakengard? What is that?
Drakengard is because remember I said there was near title, well, not titles, but like,
Why don't they have a list of games on
I don't know. There was
'Cause that's just the video game. That's like that's not the series.
there was a game that wasn't called Nier, but was in the Nier universe and was
Yeah.
Nier, and I believe Drakengard was the game.
So we might see a remaster of this. We'll see.
If you do remaster that game, I'll definitely try it out, because the reason why I stopped playing that game was the gameplay was just so terrible.
Like boring.
It just wasn't intuitive. Like,
Yeah, you're down there, Nico. Look at that next one. Drakengard, not a Nier game, but a must play if you want more lore and Yoko Taro madness. And then Nier Gestalt, which is the game just released as Nier in the West, and then Replicant, which is only released in Japan. So, and those games are related. I think the main characters in both of those games are actually they're like brothers or something like that. Keep going, Trey.
All right, and then just a little bit more. The game's 10th anniversary will be next year, so if it did come out next year, it would definitely line up with that.
Yeah.
And there's a 10th anniversary website that's up and running right now. And so far, a concert and physical goodies are available through it. Ooh, I might actually check that out.
Wait, I already told you about the concert. Remember?
Yes, you did.
What was that, over in Chicago or something?
Yeah, but there could be more, but so far nothing.
I'm looking forward. Looking forward to seeing what happens.
Be sick.
I hope they do something. Something spicy. Next up, the developer of State of Decay, Undead Labs, is opening a new studio in New Orleans, Louisiana. So the studio will be partnered with, has partnered with a quote broad discipline game development company, which I have no idea what that means. Academy, which I don't really know. I understand what that's getting at, but I don't know why it was said that specifically. With the intention of bringing some people into the games industry who may not have considered doing so before. So that's what the studio's goal is going to be. It's in New Orleans, which is an interesting place for a game studio. I don't know if I've ever heard of that before. That's not a part of the country you usually see game studios.
Well, there are a bunch of places in the country that the game development industry is just not anywhere. So this is probably just them branching out and trying to create another place, because it's essentially where. Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
It's essentially if you don't live in or near, was it California, New York, or I think at this point Massachusetts, then I think Texas. I'm not sure.
Texas is one of them. For sure.
There's Seattle, I think. Seattle's got a few, I think.
Then you're not.
Well, they're right near Microsoft. So.
Yeah.
Then you're not then you better fly somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there ain't shit for you.
Also over in Vancouver and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in Canada. Yeah.
There's plenty in Canada.
Yeah.
you
I
looking
thought Tomb Raider was produced in New Orleans or something.
I don't know. Where's Crystal Dynamics at? Where are they at?
Because I remember watching
they're in
Redwood,
California. So their headquarters are. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Weird. Okay.
So the studio is not the new studio is not directly affiliated with Xbox Game Studios, unlike Undead Labs, which was bought by Microsoft in 2018. You might remember, but Xbox Game Studios supports this endeavor nonetheless, and the studio is currently without a name. So we'll see what happens with that. Branching out, good to see. Undead Labs, now a first-party studio of Microsoft. Their only two games that I know of are State of Decay and State of Decay 2. And hopefully we see them do greater things. Although I've heard that State of Decay 2 is pretty good now that it's not as broken as it was at launch. Like, it was more buggy at launch. Now it's actually kind of like...
It was so funny.
Because the core systems I heard were pretty good. Because it's like the same as State of Decay 1, which people like that game quite a bit, actually. Moving on. We have some more developer-related news. CD Projekt Red has announced that they have solidified a new contract with the author of the Witcher books, Andrew Sapkowski. Sapkowski.
Now, with that Sapkowski being...
What?
Huh?
I said, now what's that Sapkowski?
Oh my god.
That is such a stretch. I
like it.
See, thank you, Nico. Quality.
So,
Look,
what
all I'm saying is I don't want you to hurt yourself. man.
Hey.
Calm
Let Hike
down.
speak. Let Hike speak. Shut up.
All that
Yeah,
stretching you're
yeah.
doing? Just calm down.
Hike, what were you saying?
But go on.
So you may recall, I don't know if we talked about this on our show back in the stream days. It might not have been a thing then, but you guys remember this, maybe. That the author of the Witcher books originally signed a deal with CD Projekt Red for the license for the games, to make the games. And he didn't expect the games to do all that well. He's like, yeah, make the games, be good, be cool. Hey, and he just took an upfront cost for the license, and that was it. He didn't get any like recurring royalties for like how well the games did, because he didn't
That's his
expect.
first mistake.
Yeah, it was a bad mistake. And you may recall, about a year or so after The Witcher 3 came out and did really well, which I think is easily the best performing Witcher game. I think the other ones weren't as good.
Didn't it win Game of the Year?
Yeah, one game of the year.
Yeah.
Won a lot of things. He was like, hey, I want some of that money. That's my series. And CD Projekt was like, no, you signed away. You already gave us. We already gave you money.
Just like, oh well.
Of which he can't be mad at that.
Yeah,
You
no,
really
He can't be
can,
mad
bro.
at that.
But honestly, good for both sides because now they've reached a deal. That
Definitely.
he'll make some money off of it. And I mean, I've heard that he's a pretty good dude. So he deserves. I mean, if he made a terrible mistake, but
It was worth a shot, honestly.
it's on CD Projekt Red for being nice for this one because they didn't have to do anything. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do shit. But they're gonna give him some. They're gonna give him some money for how well the things do. So that's good. That's good. It's good to see. Yeah.
If we're done with what we had for that, I had something connection to it that I saw.
Oh yeah.
All right.
CD Projekt Red saw a 21,000% increase in their stock this decade because of The Witcher 3.
21,000. Jesus Christ.
21,000
Percent.
stock
Yeah,
gain.
that definitely would mean that expectations are high for the Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
For
This
sure.
reminds me, didn't the Witcher Netflix series
Yeah.
come out?
Yeah, it just
It came
came
out.
out Friday.
Yeah, people
I'm
How
hearing,
was the
I'm
reception
hearing
of it?
mostly positive reception.
I have not watched it
It's
yet.
8 episodes, about an hour long each, so it takes like 8 hours to watch the whole thing.
I've just seen like a meme about it. And
I
it's
have
like,
to.
Oh, it's
I have
good.
to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I've heard. Apparently, there's like a ton of people who are going back and restarting Witcher 3 or playing Witcher 3. It's like on the top charts of Steam most played right now.
Oh wow.
Because people are like, it's reinvigorating people's interest in playing that game.
That's what happens.
Which
man.
makes sense. I mean, the thing is, the show is based off the books, not based off the games, which are also based off the books, but like they're like different adaptions of it.
Yeah.
I think the show is supposed to be more true to the book, I think, than the games were, but it's still getting people back into the universe and wanting to play it again. I'm gonna get back to that game and finish it. Like I've had and always will have every intention to get back to that game and finish it. I just gotta get feel in the mood and not being busy playing some other big games because it's a big game. It's a lot to get into. So yeah, and I want to watch the show at some point. God knows when that'll happen.
All right. Well,
Too busy watching anime. For
I
once.
sure hope so.
Yeah, for once.
Yeah, so we can move on.
Passing this over to Wesley now.
Yeah, so THQ Nordic has acquired another developer. This time it's Tarsier. Tarsier?
I think it's Tarsier.
Something like that.
Tarsier Studios. The developer is behind the game Little Nightmares. The deal was made for $9.3 million in cash and 1.2 in shares. So that's
Yeah.
it's a couple dollars.
that's just some
Couple
change,
dollars,
you know. You find your back pocket that you left there like 3 weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. We're having
Have you been watching me?
having $9.3 million in your back pocket.
A little bit of money you find underneath the slide at the playground.
Exactly.
I've happens to me on the daily.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
I'm
Nico,
just
it's
so
a lot of
forgetful.
hours.
I'm rich.
I once found $30 under a slide at a playground. It was a
remember
20
that.
and
I
a 10. I
remember
was
that.
like, whoa.
Yes, sir.
And I was like 8 years old or something.
Bro,
Yeah.
when you're
Like,
8,
You were rich.
like, I'm rich,
You were
dude.
rich.
I'm set.
Instantly.
I'm good to go.
I can buy a Lego set,
Yeah.
a new Nerf gun.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
but
man.
anyway, get back to it.
Those things are still expensive though.
The team has worked on DLC for both Little Big Planet 1 and 2, developed Little Big Planet Vita and Tearaway Unfolded, but is best known for Little Nightmares. The Little Nightmares 2 is currently in development.
Yeah, so THQ Nordic is popular for... They don't acquire too many developers. Do you guys remember what THQ Nordic is?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hold on.
Nordic Studios
Yeah, like-
used to make games, and then they bought the THQ name, stuck it in front of theirs, and started buying up all these IP.
Yeah.
And they've been coming out with a lot of games like
Look at all these IP.
Isn't Darksiders 3, I think, is published by them.
Why did I go to
A lot of big stuff.
a lot of.
So, but yeah, they're more popular for buying up IP than they are developers. But this is another developer that they've purchased. I forget, in the article that I read about this, there was another developer that they mentioned that they also purchased, I think, earlier this year. But yeah, this company.
Oh, I
getting
forgot.
pretty
They
big.
made The Blob. Remember that game?
The blob.
The Blob.
Forget their blob.
The Blob.
The bloob.
Red
Well,
Faction.
the problem is now a lot of these are mixed up because these aren't games they developed. These are also games that they now own.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know what's happening.
Did we say the news for it? Like, what the bullet points? Did we say that
Yeah.
stuff yet? Okay.
Yes, sir.
$9.3 million.
Battles at Battles Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, they're the ones who just released the new. Or actually, is that out yet?
They publish.
No.
I don't think so.
They publish a number.
Forget Rehydrated. Give me sick.
That's
they-
what they called.
They publish a number of Nickelodeon stuff because I know like I don't.
Well,
yeah, that's
I
what
don't
I'm
remember.
thinking of.
I don't
right.
remember the exact name of it, but like the Jimmy Neutron game that I have on my Game Boy. That's
Dude, I
that
never-
has the TH.
I couldn't figure that game out.
In
I
front
couldn't
of
figure
it.
that game out.
I couldn't either. What the
That's
fuck do I
upsetting.
do with those damn asteroids, man?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Yo, I gotta show you this game.
I gotta go
sometime.
back.
Because it's one of those games that like you buy and you're like, when you're a kid, you take a bargain on a game. You're like, okay,
Essentially.
this game looks cool. I'm gonna buy it, and then you buy it and you're like, I don't know what to do. So you just like keep coming back to it year after year, trying to figure out what to do in the game, and you
you're-
can't figure it out.
It looked like
Stupid,
Jin's
you
mask.
don't know.
It reminds me of.
It looked like Jin's mask from League.
Ooh,
I was like, yo. Alright.
yeah.
That
So
reminds me of a game called Donald Duck Going Quackers.
I remember that.
And the GBA game was different from the GameCube game. So I've never played the GameCube game, but me and my sister had the GBA game, and we were like, past a certain point, it was like, what do I do? What am I doing right now?
Me and just had a Shrek game on the Game Boy Advanced and
Is it this? No, it's not the Shrek racing game, is it?
No, not the racing game. It was a
Party game, right?
Shrek racing game. Oh my
It's a
God.
Shrek party game.
There's
Oh, dear.
you mean
Why
Shrek
would-
Super
why-
Party?
Why would you
Yeah.
put a
Shrek's-
party game on the Game
No,
Boy?
Shrek
it was-
Super Party was
no,
PS2.
it was,
Oh,
uh,
On the
PS1?
Game Boy.
yeah. Hold on,
Shrek Game Boy. Forget Shriek.
forget Shriek.
Man spelled
It's a Shrek
Shriek
horror
wrong
game.
too. Nico's got it actually.
There's
Yeah,
game-
that's
there's
what-
games
yeah.
for the main stuff. Then there's Shrek Swamp Kart Speedway for the Game Boy
Shrek
Advance.
Smash and Crash Racing. Shrek Kart.
It wasn't a racing game.
DreamWorks Superstar
You were walking
Karts.
around. You could play as Shrek and Donkey.
Party.
Was it just Shrek and Donkey, or
I think it was.
You
just
said it was
Shrek
for the
and-
Game Boy.
Yeah.
Go back up
Control
to
F,
hold on, go
Control
back
F.
up to the main games first. What is there? Is there anything on that? So the Game Boy Advance Shrek 2 is on there.
Shrek 2 is the GOAT.
I have Shrek 2 on both.
Yeah, it might have been that.
I have Shrek 2 on both Game Boy and
Yeah, it might have been
Xbox.
that.
Yeah.
God, Shrek 2 was so good.
And
Yeah,
that's
man.
me and Josiah
And
could
Shrek the
not
Third
figure
is
it out.
also on there. Also on Game
Just
Boy
do
Advance.
Control-Find and just type in Game Boy.
I mean, this is it. Like,
Was it
this is-
Shrek
wait,
2 Beg
this
for
is,
Mercy?
This is the other stuff. You have Game Boy Advance,
Very
Shrek
tough.
Hassle at the Castle,
Yo,
I don't
Shrek.
think it
What was the
that.
other one? Shrek Beg. No.
Shrek
Beg-
2 Beg for Mercy.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, oh my
That
God.
It sounds like a porno.
Stop.
Stop.
Honestly, it
What?
does. Hassle at the Castle looks terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, big
The
headed.
big heads remind me of Shrek's Super Party.
Oh my God! Why are there so many Shrek games?
Yo, I
This is
didn't know all
ridiculous.
this existed, man.
Hey, I'll,
Shrek Extra Large.
Forget Shrek and Roll.
What? That's a thing.
Look
yo, real
Shrek
quick,
Extra Large.
real
right
quick,
there,
though,
Nico.
Where's that?
I
Right
will
next to your
beast
mouse.
y'all. I will beast y'all in Shrek Super Party. Y'all can get fucked up.
Y'all
in
can
that game.
you can have that.
Forget Shrek Extra Large. Where is that? I don't see that.
It's right next
It's
to
right
your
next to
mouse.
your
Your mouse.
Shrek Extra Large.
Oh, I see.
The fuck
Look
is
at
that?
look down. It's Shrek. And,
It's a port of the original Xbox game
look down
to the GameCube.
to Shrek and Roll.
Yeah. I saw it.
Terrible.
Where'd it go?
Now we're looking at Shrek games, guys. You gotta
Fine, we
put
got
this on
time.
there. Wait, what is that on?
Xbox
J2ME. What are these games J2ME?
Java Platform Micro Edition.
Oh dear.
So it's something on PC. That was
Shrek and Roll.
Yeah,
First Shrek
probably.
game to be download only.
Stupid.
Probably the last too.
Forget Shrek Alarm.
Shrek Alarm.
Why?
That's the last game that ever released in the
iOS
series.
cheap.
We need a new Shrek game.
No.
Fruit
In
Ninja
4K.
Puss in Boots.
No.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Shrek Ogres and Dronkies?
That's what it said.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
The Dragon Donkeys, yeah.
Yeah.
Drunkies, yeah. That's funny. It sounds like drunk donkeys.
The
All right.
Drunkies.
I think that's enough. Gee,
Give me out.
might about to lose his eyebrows.
Da.
Yeah. Give me
You
out.
better edit that over the podcast. In sync with me saying it. All right.
Stupid.
We have some more sad studio news. Ubisoft Montreal, the studio behind some big entries in the Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Watch Dogs franchises, has apparently canceled a game that was 3 years into development. It's a big yikes.
It's a real big
So in other
deal.
words, that game was like almost done.
Yeah, probably.
And then they had to throw it away.
The information was spilled on Twitter by a Ubisoft programmer. He literally just put this on Twitter, not even like hiding who he is either. It's pretty funny. It says, thankfully, he also revealed that that 200 plus employees that were working on the project, which is a lot of people, will all be reassigned to other projects within the studio. So they get to choose which one they want,
Oh, well,
and that they know that no one will be losing their jobs.
That's good,
That's
at
the
least.
good news.
Yeah.
Of which, from what I know, that's not common.
yeah.
Well, the
Usually-
thing is, Ubisoft Montreal is huge,
That's
Yeah.
also true, yeah.
which I'm about to say
True.
right now. He also spelled that there are over 15 projects in development at the studio. Whatever
he
the
wasn't
hell
supposed
that
to
means.
say that.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't supposed to say
Definitely
that.
wasn't supposed to say that.
He had to get a stern talking from PR, from Human
Exactly.
Relations.
Yeah, that guy might
Yeah,
be the
yeah,
only
public
guy
relations.
that gets fired and loses his job.
Imagine getting fired after that.
That'd be terrible.
But yeah, they got to be one of the biggest development studios in the world. 15 projects. Is Ubisoft Montreal? Yeah.
I mean, who knows how many are like a lot of them are probably pre-production things. Some of them probably might be like a mobile
They
thing
could
or a
be like
VR thing or
DLCs.
something.
They
DLCs, yeah, it could be a number of
Specifically,
things.
Yeah.
Because I think Ubisoft Montreal is like the main Ubisoft studio. But so after some digging from Kotaku's Jason Schreier, we have the idea that the game appeared to have been a new IP that would have been a Destiny like live service game. So, as sad as it is that it's canceled,
It's understandable.
it's probably for the best. Who knows how well it would have done? We have enough of those already. Anthem failed this year, though that's not just because it's a live service game, but that's part of it. The fact that you made a live service game and then couldn't make a splash is why they failed. Although we're supposed to be getting a revival of Anthem, it's supposed to be pulling a No Man's Sky on us.
Really?
They better.
Oh.
That's what we've been hearing.
They
Please.
better fix that.
I'm actually looking forward to it. Like,
if they
Yeah.
do,
because the concept of the game is awesome.
Yeah.
if they do, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
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 I already have it.
Ubisoft Montreal
God
must
damn it.
I forgot about that.
I spent $60 on this fucking game for nothing.
Well, if they pull a No Man's Sky, you might get some shit for free.
Some value.
Well, the sad part is though, is like you can get it for $5 right now with the Steelbook. So it's like I wasted so much. I mean, the thing is, I bought it because I got I got an Xbox like gift card with like an Xbox with some extra money that was going to like go away from the rewards account.
And I told
so
you
it's
to
like
buy
it's
Anthem.
not like you told me to buy Anthem. You and your friends were going to get Anthem. I got Anthem. I've never booted the game up. I tried to refund it. Microsoft wasn't being very nice.
This is why I don't trust when you niggas are on Discord. Be like, we used to be like, oh, let's buy this game. We're totally gonna play this game. Y'all remember Golf with Friends?
We played it.
We played it a few times.
We played it twice.
And I'm still open to play it if y'all would get on and not be doing something else.
That's why I'm not talking to Nico. Because Nico's like, I'm down to play it. Hey, Trey, you trying to play?
That's a simple game though. It's not $60.
Either way, you still have to spend money on a game, whether it be $1 or $60. So that's why I don't trust y'all. And wouldn't you know it? Last I checked, I saved at least $20 or $30.
That's the only game. Anthem is the only game where I've really been burned on that. Like a few other things that I've bought that played for a little bit and then didn't play after that. Like I haven't played much of Monster Hunter World in forever, but I actually do want to get on that because there's a Horizon event going on. On PS4, and then So please, EA and BioWare, fix Anthem so I can actually enjoy my $60 purchase.
Please, BioWare.
Also, because the game's supposed to be pretty like cool, I might still boot it up and play because there's still content to be played. Like, even if I just play on the easiest mode and just kind of fly around and shoot some shit, if I'm bored one day.
And depending on what glitch you get, that may not work either.
Is it that bad? I don't think it's that bad. I think it was the problem was with some of the loot dropping.
That was one of the bigger problems.
Yeah, which I mean,
for example,
can be an issue.
For example, there was the glitch with one of the raids, right? Where at random you'll get spawned behind a glass that you cannot get past.
Cheat.
So you're essentially just useless in that raid for no reason at all.
That's a bug.
It's unfortunate.
That's a bad bug. Speaking of which, Bungie needs to fix some bugs in Destiny because there's some that just came out with that.
I can fix it.
Please.
Bugsy.
Cheap.
Yeah, I can. It's called not playing the game.
All right.
Wow.
Wesley, end us off.
Hold up.
What?
I'm not done.
I'm always the one that finishes you off.
Stop.
I was going to say a joke like 3 minutes ago, and now I'll get to it. Ubisoft Montreal saw Godfall, and I was like, all right, just cancel the game. It's not going to be as good as whatever this is.
Exactly.
But
and
I'm looking forward to Godfall.
So yeah, I'm gonna finish y'all.
And also, when seeing this news, I was glad to see that it was something new and not something like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed. Because I would have been disappointed if it was like the Far Cry 6, and I would have been like, I would have been sad.
Yeah.
It's not the new Assassin's Creed either.
All right.
We've also been told it wasn't a Splinter Cell game.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
So I'm here to finish you off.
That sounds
like I said.
disgusting.
You're welcome.
Stop.
Mr. Zuckerberg and his merry band at Facebook.
His merry band.
His
merry multi-million-dollar company.
His merry band of robots.
Yeah, at Facebook has acquired cloud gaming company Play Giga.
What'd you say?
What?
What was that word?
Acquired?
Never mind. Go for it.
Next.
Wait, next. That's it.
Yeah, Facebook lightly scooped Play Giga for pocket change, something around the ballpark of 78 million.
I don't know why you're laughing. That's like
we're playing around here.
I make that on Tuesday.
So you see, I didn't find that under the slide. That was around back.
Exactly.
That was behind the playground.
No, people put
in the ground.
That's where the drug deals take place.
Okay.
No, what?
Hey, don't expose us.
What type of backwoods school did you go to? People put up 81 mil for freaking.
This is a school.
No one said this is a school.
That's true. It's just a playground, Chief. We're at the park.
Where else do you?
What?
I don't know where you guys deal drugs.
One of those.
What?
Whoa, that's not what I said.
All right, Wesley, finish me off, please.
You're welcome.
No.
Hurry up.
No.
So yeah, like I said, in the ballpark of 78 million. Play Giga is based in Madrid and has been running a cloud gaming service in Italy, Argentina, Chile, and Spain since 2013. So, what does this mean for Facebook?
So the interesting thing here is that I didn't write it down here, but apparently, so Play Giga is like, yeah, we were doing this for a while, and now they're like putting that on the side, and they're working with Facebook on something special. The assumption is
Facebook's getting into cloud gaming.
they're getting into cloud gaming.
Amazon's doing it. Google's doing it. Well, Google's not really doing it,
Facebook
but
has their Facebook gaming
tried to do it.
thing on Facebook where the streamers move. Disguised Toast is only streaming on Facebook now. Like there's people who stream on Facebook exclusively, for whatever reason.
yeah,
So
We know why Toast is
They
doing
have
it.
gaming. I mean, they have
the
big bucks.
bag.
He was not shy to be. He was just like, he's like, why am so? I think someone in his chat. He was like, why am I going to Facebook? Because they paid me
The money that fell out of the kid's pocket into the swing set.
Yes.
while
Can
playing
you
rock paper
shut up?
scissors.
Tardy.
So yeah, these guys are. Looks like they're working on cloud gaming for Facebook.
And he said,
I mean,
gleaming.
It's interesting to see they were running a cloud gaming service in these 4 countries, which aren't huge countries. I mean, Argentina's pretty big, but they aren't huge countries. I don't know how good the service is, but they paid $78 million for them.
Yeah.
So it's like they got to be doing something right.
Could you imagine opening Facebook
And
to play
Facebook,
games?
Facebook has its own infrastructure, unlike some of these other companies that are moving to like Amazon.
People did
and stuff
that.
like that. Facebook
I
has
know
their
that,
own
but,
like
like,
big ass.
games. Games.
Yeah, and they have Oculus, so
That's
that's
true,
another
yeah.
thing about Facebook is they
That's
own
true.
Oculus. So they own a few studios too. So, I mean, they own the guys that made Beat Saber, didn't they?
They do now.
Yeah,
Oh wow. All right.
Oculus does.
Yes.
We talked about that a few weeks ago on the
ago, yeah.
podcast.
That's
So
true.
yeah, get ready to see Facebook coming in here. Mark Zuck wants your information and your game money.
Mark suck.
Mark Zuck.
Zuck.
Dude, Facebook is becoming dangerous.
I know.
I don't like it. Honestly.
Nobody likes
I
Facebook.
deleted Facebook off my phone
Really?
a few days ago. I was just like, I'm done with it. I got to that point,
Really?
so
Wow.
I'm just done with it on my phone.
You know, it's funny. I don't look at Facebook on my phone at all. I only look at Facebook on my computer.
Part of me wants us to
Good
get
for
off
you.
of Facebook Messenger, but I know it's going to be a big thing to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, what would we do? Discord?
Telegram.
Discord, Telegram. Telegram's a great way to do it.
I'm not doing Discord. I barely check Discord on my phone.
Yeah, but it would
Tel-
just replace your messenger.
It's really just because of the whole channel feature, which would make it useful. But I think Telegram probably be better. It's better.
Now
as
you
a
know what it
messenger.
is because you have them little circles on the side where I could just tap and now I'm in the chat.
Oh, the chat. The chat
Whereas
has, yeah.
Oh, the
with
chat.
with the
That's
other
the one
I-
thing that I would miss.
Yeah, with the other
Yeah.
thing,
I don't use them. So
Whereas, like with the other thing, I have to close out whatever app I'm in, go into Discord, say what I want to say, then go out of Discord and reopen the other app. I could do split
Can't
screen.
even do WhatsApp because WhatsApp's Facebook too, by the way.
or if you have
I
the One UI 2 update, you do this.
at one point
But not everyone can do that.
you might
But I
not
can
miss.
Plus,
that.
that's even then.
But
that's
I
just
can do
annoying.
that,
That's just
so.
annoying.
What, Nico?
You could
You-
also
no.
read better, but
Oh God.
You might not miss the chat heads as much as you think, because I turned it off for a reason, like a month ago, and it was off for like at least a week, and then, like I finally realized I was like, I haven't been using the chat heads, but like I didn't. It took me a week to notice, so I don't think
Yeah.
you'd miss it as much as you think.
I mean, like when I got my S8, and I was just like, oh, finally I can use the chat heads because I saw those and I was kind of jealous.
Yeah.
And then I used them and I was like, yeah, and then I turned them off.
Wow.
So I mean, I didn't really like it. Plus, I felt like it was slowing my phone down.
Maybe.
Like there was some tax on my phone.
It might be killing the battery just slightly quicker because there's another thing to put up on the screen.
Yeah.
When you're in another.
So
app.
I closed that out.
and you and Nico aren't usually in the chat like that.
Was that what?
Like y'all aren't like
Oh yeah.
y'all aren't like talking in the chat
I don't-
like that.
I
Not
don't-
like me, Darius,
Oh yeah.
Tig.
But
Hey, tell your boy
Pinata.
Shofizi to get his shipping company together, cause this shit ain't working.
what?
My aunt bought me a gift for Christmas, and I think it's the shirt that I wanted from Shofu's.
Yeah.
The cypher.
Oh yeah, yeah. It takes forever.
And it's been getting delayed. She ordered on like the 16th, and it
Jeez,
just got
okay.
delayed.
Yike.
So it's like what?
I ain't got nothing to do with him.
Well,
Well-
let's stay on topic for the podcast. Last thing,
Memes.
meme of the
What
week.
the fuck, man?
God damn it! This man
When?
took the whole
Slipped it in
episode.
there.
When?
122 minutes.
No.
Was it the beginning?
Minutes. An hour
122.
It was when you
Jesus.
started. It was when you started talking about this topic.
Yo, that's bullshit.
Hey man, I need to complete my set. I need to get the rest of the Star Guardians. I
Go
need to
for
get the other 4.
Go for
and
it.
then obviously
Do it.
eventually I got to get. Hopefully
Do
they'll do. Hopefully they'll do the minis for the new ones. Zaya, Rakan, Nico, and
All right, chart.
Zoe.
It's my turn.
Watch Light and Shadow.
For meme of the week. I want a fancy graphic, but I don't think we have that in the budget.
Put it on the exact
No,
opposite
not at all.
side of the
We don't
screen.
have a budget.
It's just gonna be a PNG. That
No,
just gets a little bigger.
So when we say budget, it means the willingness to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah,
You
so
see, there wasn't any money under the slide this time.
I was looking on. I get a majority of my memes on Reddit. Though I do look at them on Facebook as well. And right now there isn't currently anything that's like consistent, like a consistent template. People are just using, stuff that the highly rated and used templates.
Yes.
Like the guy blinking his eyes closed.
Yeah.
I think his name is Drew.
He looks like Mark Z from LCS.
He's from a game podcast, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I forget which one.
Well,
now.
that's funny. Well, anyways, I've seen a number of those recently, but that's been around for a while. So I picked a single meme that is in relation to kind of what we talked about, The Witcher.
Oh boy.
So in this Netflix interview, the interviewer asked Henry Cavill, PlayStation or Xbox, and he's like PC. And so everyone's just like, he's the chosen one.
He's sick, man.
So yeah, this was
Let
That's
it
good
be
stuff.
known,
This was a
Henry
popular
Cavill.
saying.
Superman is a PC gamer. So is
That's
Geralt.
so absurd. Forget Superman is a PC gamer.
Of course, because they don't make any good games for him on console. So
This is true, actually.
what you got? Anthem? That's
They've-
the next best thing.
They burned him too many times. He's done with consoles.
Exactly. N64? Bullshit.
You get bullshit. So yeah,
Can't be
He's
playing
not-
this,
he's
can't be
in-
playing this
enraged.
Superman 64 nonsense.
that's meme of the week. Maybe
We're-
next week.
We're gonna try to do that every week.
Yes.
At
Thank
the
you,
end.
Nico.
I will better prepare for next week.
Thank you.
It's all right.
I enjoyed that week.
All right, go for it.
Fuck, I forgot. I'm doing the outro as
Why is
usual,
my-
and I don't have it up.
What is
I'm unprepared.
Idiot. By the way, can you put
So
some more energy into
yellow.
it this time? Because you're a bit monotone.
Well,
Especially with
You mean he's
with-
Wesley?
with-
I was
yeah.
about to say that's his
I know
brand.
it's him, but like,
He's brand.
don't
now.
just be like,
All right, I'll do it.
don't be so slow about it.
I'll do it.
Get our boys out with a bang.
I'll do it as soon as I find.
You gotta
you
go
please-
with a bang.
Can you please
Bitch.
stop?
And
Can
our
you
gals.
please stop saying "finish me off"? Get my boys out with a bang. Please stop.
I'm good
While you're looking for
all
that,
day.
We're gonna finish me
you know
off.
something
Get my
interesting.
boys.
Something interesting I learned recently is that apparently a study came out from one of the major universities. I can't remember which one. That the blue light filter on your phone doesn't seem to have much of an impact.
Oh yes.
I'd assume so, 'cause
Unfortunately,
it doesn't work for me.
like it just doesn't help.
The reason-
it's definitely easier to look at though.
The reasoning for it is because it's still like white and yellow light, so mainly yellow, which is like our brain associates with the daytime and the sun
Yeah.
and stuff. So it still keeps you awake. So the best way to use a device with a screen before you're trying to go to bed is just to turn the brightness as low as you can, basically, or just don't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that much was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Don't use it if you can avoid it.
All right, that's going to be it for episode 11 of the podcast. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Remember to give us a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself. And comment. We want to hear y'all's opinion on today's topics. Subscribe if you want to hear more or see more. And don't forget, if some of you both are sitting there wishing you could listen to the show while you're doing your homework or whatever y'all get into, look no further. We're on a number of podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, etc. All links are down in the description below. Same goes for you audio listeners. If there's anything you want to see from this episode, hop over to the YouTube at Black Market Gaming. I'm here to finish you off. Thank you.
Stop. All right, and remember, if you ain't watching us on YouTube, then I'm going to switch the top and bottom rows of your teeth.
Okay.
Oh God.
Please watch the video.
Now, if you excuse me, I have some subs to eat and some Pokemon to play.
Alrighty.
Oh, we might do what we call a spoiler cast
Yes.
for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah, we saw that movie.
Maybe
It's very controversial for some reason.
Everyone dies.
cheap.